You ready for this shit, no Rev?
Fuck no.
Welcome back, everybody. This is the Microphone Joe Shit Show. And in honor of Black Panther, which we have not seen yet, we'll be seeing that tomorrow as of recording this, we are going to be watching one of the worst superhero movies of all time.
Oh, God. Catwoman.
So, I have never actually watched the movie. All I've seen are clips on YouTube of the terrible CGI in this thing. You have. This is going to be the second time you've seen this movie. So my initial thoughts are terrible CGI. Halle Berry looks really fucking good in that Catwoman suit. I don't know what the plot is. I don't know anything about this movie. Is it related to the Batman movie that were out at the time?
No.
No?
Not
Okay.
even in the slightest.
I don't want you to spoil it for me. But did you see it when it first came out?
No.
Oh, recently?
I seen it like a year or two after it first came out, when it was already out on, video.
I think this came out in like 2004?
Yeah, this was back when VCR was still a thing.
Okay, so it's been a while. You haven't watched it in a long time then.
No. But I can't say that because I did end up watching it again like a year ago.
Why?
Females.
Okay. So, yeah, Catwoman this week. We are going to go watch it now and let you know what we think about this steaming hot pile of shit. Wish us luck.
Yeah, we're gonna need it.
Microphone Joe, what they'll talk about, nobody knows. Microphone Joe's show.
Well, that was something.
That was,
I mean, that was, let's start with directed by Pit of.
bit of.
I think it's gotta be a French name.
It has to be. It has to be like Pitov or yeah, something. I don't know. But Pitov
I don't know.
is the director, so that pretty much should just indicate what kind of mess we're in.
Yeah. So I was saying to you right before we started recording again that I think what company made this movie? This is Warner Brothers, right? It's gotta be.
It's gotta be. But hold on, let me check that.
Well, while you're checking that, I think whoever placeholder for company must have said to some writer, we want to make a Catwoman movie. And they went, oh, I have a great idea for that. Sat down, just typed away at this script, and came up with it, and then, as they were doing it, the production company must have decided to buy all the sets and pay for all the CGI and hire all the actors and actresses, and they're ready to go, and they finally sit down and look at the script, and they must have gone, what? This isn't Catwoman?
This is not what we asked for!
This is not what we asked for. And they said, but it's a Catwoman! Something like that, because...
Yeah,
wow.
I
mean, she's actually a cat. Like, for all intents and purposes, so... Well, oh, boy.
Yeah.
This was tough. This is a tough pill to swallow.
I don't even think it was Warner Brothers. The only thing I'm reading off of Wikipedia right now, production company Village Roadshow Pictures. Village Roadshow Pictures.
Let's probably put them under. Alright, so... It must have. This is odd. It's not Catwoman at all. I mean, it's a Catwoman, but it's not...
Ironically dressed very similar and has very similar abilities, but not...
I didn't know Catwoman could vanish from floor to floor.
Or teleport through walls.
Or every other weird thing that she could do. So basically, Halle Berry is like...
Or miraculously change the shitty CGI.
Halle Berry is a down-on-her-luck artist, G-Shocker, who works for this evil
cosmetologist, like corporate cosmetology corporation.
And she goes to save a cat at the beginning of the movie. She climbs out of her three-story window to save a cat that obviously got up there to begin with.
Yeah.
And what city does this take place in?
I have no idea.
Never mentioned.
I have no idea, and I tried to look because there was a moment there too where it showed the skyline, and there was like regular city skyline, and then it looked like there was like structures of just glowing light on the other side.
Well,
like
the CGI in this movie is beyond terrible.
Yeah, beyond.
I was right, by the way, at the beginning when I said 2004. I looked it up, 2004.
Yeah.
out this movie should have been made in the 90s.
Yes.
It's dripping with 90s.
Dripping with 90s nostalgia.
Yeah. The other thing I wrote here was, how did she climb onto that ledge? She's so uncoordinated to start.
Yeah, when she, answering the door, she's tripping over her own feet.
The way she walks, she just, waves her arms like wacky, weightable, inflatable arm-filling tube man. I mean, she's so uncoordinated. And then she climbs out a window to get a cat.
Yeah. And then standing on an air conditioner and everything else. Come on, what the fuck else are you expecting?
How did that cop get 3 stories up so quickly?
Yeah.
And then when she falls, he literally is holding onto the edge of the window with one arm and catches her entire body in while she's falling with the other.
He would have fallen out that fucking window. They both would have
died. Yeah, they both would have died.
Unless he miraculously has super strength. But
he's got something.
Obviously isn't intellect, because I actually had a note here. Worst fucking detective ever.
Yeah, we'll get to that. So she works at this company. The owners, the CEO and his wife, are the most obvious evil people from the get-go.
They might as well have had curly mustaches curling them in the corner.
They should have. So, and she works in this little cubicle, and she has the stereotypical gay friend who, after I wrote that, never showed up again.
No.
He's in it for maybe 30 seconds.
I think
combined.
3 lines of dialogue.
Yeah, but they show him a couple times. Randomly, they cut to him like he's supposed to be, like he's somebody important.
Like we actually related to him.
He's so stereotypically gay. It's insulting.
Yeah.
And then they have the also stereotypical slutty friend, who happens to be, in my opinion, Rosie O'Donnell light.
But she definitely is Rosie O'Donnell light. However, she is actually Mad TV reject. I think that's how she actually got her start with Mad TV. Have you ever watched Mad TV?
No.
This show wanted so bad to be Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
That's basically what it was. It was a knockoff SNL. I mean, don't get me wrong. The Mad Comics came out before Saturday Night Live. That has a whole nother history. But Mad TV, that was just a dumpster fire, man.
I never saw it. So she's, this typical slutty friend. She's always trying to get Halle Berry to get laid or whatever. The other thing I wrote here was the camera goes spastic. I mean, there are points in this movie where it's like the camera has epilepsy.
Yeah, it's bad. It's jumping everywhere.
The cuts are, I don't know how to describe it without...
This would honestly give a person motion sickness.
It does. The basketball scene kind of did give me motion sickness.
Yes.
It's all over the place. By the way, I'll give them credit for this. They somehow managed to roll in gun safety, sex ed, and phys ed into one basketball court.
Yeah, that was very impressive. Also, the importance of acrobatics, I guess, because she ran up a wall and everybody was all impressed. But
so she finds out that her bosses, or I guess the woman, the man, I don't know if it was implied that he didn't know or he did, I don't know, but their new product can basically turn people into, it's like the drug crocodile.
Yeah.
Where you take it and it makes your skin all nasty. So she gets, for some reason, security guards decide to murder her.
Just right off the bat,
I mean, these two show up throughout the entire movie, and they are, fresh off the line henchmen.
Yeah, you might as well have gone to Henchmen R Us or something, to get these fucking guys. You could have put stormtrooper clothes on these fucking people and you wouldn't have been able to tell the difference.
No, they can't hit a shot for shit.
No.
They're just evil. They're evil for no reason. How much are they getting paid to be evil? So she dies. The cats choose her. Because the cats in this movie are mystical, super-powered, otherworldly beings.
Yeah, they can pretty much do everything and anything. Apparently they can fucking drive motorcycles and shit, and they can defy gravity.
Apparently, too, they could become awful CGI.
Yeah, like that.
It got to a point where I was more surprised when the cats weren't CGI.
Yeah.
And the points when they used it, it didn't make sense.
You could have just as easily used an actual cat and saved yourself some fucking money.
The only time they needed it was for this weird shot where the camera flies into the cat's mouth. Why did you need that shot?
I have no idea. You could have just as easily gone to another fucking camera trick without a CGI cat.
Yeah.
Use an actual cat. Zoom up on its eyeball if you have to, but
if you need to do the weird camera shot, because it zoomed into the cat's mouth,
and then went directly to change of pace, whatever else scene. No, fuck you, cat. We just fly into your mouth.
So I mentioned to you after she got her powers, I called it. I think like maybe 30 seconds before it happened in the movie, I said, there's going to be Mr. or Miss Exposition show up to help her.
Oh my god.
She catches the cat that she's been trying to save and then shows her. And she unrolls this piece of paper and reveals the owner's name.
Ophelia Powers. You cannot get any more of an obvious name. Like, you might as well have named this chick Miss Exposition. Like, what?
Ophelia Powers. Now, I said to...
Ophelia Powers.
Could you imagine in high school the mean things said to her? Like, sup, Ophelia Powers, I like your cats. Can I touch your pussy? Can I Ophelia your pussy?
Yeah, that was the joke.
Can I Ophelia your pussy? Holy shit, you want to Ophelia my cock? Ophelia Powers!
Like, duh. Oh, man. You might as well have named her Miss Crazy Cat Lady. Or Miss Exposition.
Yeah.
Or...
And you said this woman plays in, what?
She actually plays in... American Horror Story. I can't believe I forgot that.
I've never watched that, but hopefully she's better in that because she...
Oh, no, she's definitely better in that. But
she does these weird... and whispers a lot.
Yeah.
Her acting is terrible.
In this, I feel like she kind of phoned it in this, though.
Maybe.
Because in American Horror Story, she's a remarkable actress. And obviously she's been in a bunch of other stuff, but I am not familiar with. But in American Horror Story, she's amazing. Like, she's good. Yeah. But I feel like she kind of phoned this one in.
When she read the script, she went, easy paycheck.
Yeah.
So this movie is predictable yet not. You can pretty much tell the story beats almost from the opening credits.
Yeah, I mean, this movie is very predictable in the plot points, but crazy in the way that they go about doing them.
It makes no sense.
Yeah, like what we were talking about with the CGI cats. You know what I mean? Or
anything CGI with Halle Berry.
Yeah.
And they make her do, when she finally puts on the sexy Halle Berry outfit, which, by the way, is the only thing they got right about this movie.
Yeah.
I thought for a second as she was walking that she was CGI. But she wasn't yet. Now, she becomes CGI when she starts jumping and flipping and doing whatever. But they had her do this walk, and it's so twitchy and...
cartoony.
Yeah, it's really weird.
It's very cartoony, yeah. And I feel like she was trying to do that to try to be more feline.
She was an actual Catwoman in this movie.
Yeah.
She ate...
like, hissing at dogs and shit.
Hissing at dogs. She hated the water. She ate tuna right out of the can.
Loads of it, too. Like, I even mentioned, Halle Berry or not, you do not want to kiss her after that.
Hell no.
Tuna breath and shit. Ugh. Who wants that?
So, there's not really a whole lot more to say. This movie was bad.
Worst detective ever.
Yes. Go on your little... talk about...
Okay, this motherfucker... Okay. Being a cop, you should be able to tell certain things. Like, hey, this person is the same skin color and also has the same voice. It might be a coincidence.
Probably smells similar. So
yeah.
She's been all up in her grill the whole movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cop that saves her at the beginning is the detective trying to solve... They frame Catwoman for the murder of the scientist who created the cosmetic product that they are trying to cover up because it has a bad side effect, but they still want to sell it. That was a mouthful.
Yes.
But, yeah, so he's the lead detective.
On the case of the murder.
And they have, like, a fight.
Yeah, it was the first meeting of the two, and they have this, like, fight scene and whatever, and he handcuffs her, and she just slips right out, and, like, she's all playing with him and everything, and yet nothing ever happens, and he never arrests her.
Yeah, he basically knows. They cut to him at the precinct, and he matches something that she wrote with something that...
Yeah, because, okay, she stole a bunch of jewelry.
They brought it back.
And then brought it back in a brown paper bag that says sorry. For one, being a detective, you should probably check them fucking things for fingerprints.
Yeah.
Because she was handling them things all over the place.
And so she wrote sorry on a coffee cup as herself to him earlier in the movie. So
for ditching him on a date.
Yeah, they matched they didn't totally match. What do you say? It was like an 80% match.
Yeah.
And that was good enough for him, and he went and fucked her that night.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then after they got done, he saw a glass of hers with her lipstick on it.
Yeah, and you're more willing to trust the glass of lip print than you are...
yeah, the logic. So there's
you were correct in calling him Detective Dick.
Yeah.
Because this guy detected more with his dick than he did with his actual
But
head.
once he got off, his mind cleared. That's why he's like, oh, wait a second. Now that I can think straight with my actual brain. The last thing that I want to point out was I do have two things. I have two things, actually. It's the Ferris wheel scene.
Oh
the kid is in danger, and it cuts to his mother, and I think she doesn't emote at all. She literally goes, "My son!" Just like that. It's like, your kid's about to die. And you're just like, "My son!"
Smiling and everything.
She hates that kid.
Oh my God.
Because she cries when Catwoman saves him.
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh, he didn't die."
Worst Mother of the Year award goes to
Ferris wheel mom. She was
Ferris
credited
wheel
as
mom.
Ferris wheel mom. I noticed that. Ferris wheel mom.
Oh, wow.
And then this is the last thing. At the end, she has a fight with the 40-year-old model. She's been whipping the shit out of everybody in this movie. And for some reason, they come up with this contrived thing that the beauty cream makes you invincible or something.
No. I remember this. They said that if you use enough of beauty cream, it makes your skin marble-like super tough marble.
Yeah.
Like, what? So you're saying that your skin, there's so much of this shit just caked on your face that it's creating this,
How does she smile? How does she talk? Anything.
I don't know.
So,
and how does that shit not weigh her face down? Because you would think she would just be scraping her face along the pavement.
Yeah. So they have their fight, and they get to the end, and she tosses the woman out the window and then tries to save her. She doesn't. It is the most hilarious, anticlimactic, and brutal death ever, because we watch her fall the whole time.
Yeah.
And she ragdolls, I think it was actually
a ragdoll.
And then she goes through some glass, and then just poof, right on the ground. I mean, it is brutal, but hilarious and anticlimactic as fuck.
Yeah.
But what got me was, they cut back to her and the cop at the top, and she says something about, "I'm a lot of things, but I'm not a killer." Bitch, you just murdered her!
Oh my God, yeah, it was the most obvious thing ever, because, you literally set up this entire, it lasted about 5 seconds, her dropping, right? 5-second shot of her dying. What else would you be at that point?
You are literally a murderer.
But you're not a killer?
So, that's all I have. Do you have anything else now, Rev?
Oh, yes, stairs. They can either make you or break you in this movie. Okay? Because she, literally, every single tough guy henchman will fall down a flight of stairs. They're done. They're done. Right?
But the model...
The model chick, 40-year-old model chick with a face of marble gets thrown down a stair. She gets right back up and she's putting her hands back up.
Yeah.
She's okay. Totally fine.
Stairs will make or break you in villainy.
At least in this movie.
Alright, anything else?
Bad. Just terrible.
Very bad. This is a 5 out of 6 beers, and the only reason it isn't 6 beers
is because Halle Berry and tight leather.
Yes, very much so. Well, that does it for us. Another terrible movie down the drain. We determined that we are mental masochists.
Yeah.
Keep putting ourselves through this shit. So, with that being said, we are the Microphone Joes. I'm CJC.
And I'm No Rev.
Go do all the subscribing and all that good bullshit that we always ask you to do. And we will see you next time. Stay average.